Sometimes a man spends his whole life trying to understand the rules of relationships, only to realize that the rules were never explained to him in the first place. Because in today's world, a man isn't judged by his intentions. He's judged by his performance. Provide more, work harder, stay strong, never complain. And even after all that, it still might not be enough. You fix everything in the house. You carry the pressure of bills, responsibilities, expectations, and you do it quietly. Because that's what a man is supposed to do. But the moment you ask for something, the moment you express a need, it suddenly becomes a problem. And this is the part most men don't understand. Modern relationships are not collapsing because men changed. They're collapsing because the value of men stopped being recognized. A man's effort has become invisible, and his love? It's only appreciated when it's gone. But here's the truth no one tells you. A man who stops feeling valued stops giving. A man who stops feeling respected stops trying. And a man who feels alone inside his own relationship eventually becomes silent. Not because he has nothing to say, but because he knows no one is listening. So if you're a man hearing this, understand something. Your worth is not decided by who fails to appreciate you. Your strength is not measured by how much pain you can hide. And your value does not decrease just because someone is too blind to see it. You matter. Your effort matters. Your presence matters. And the day you recognize your own value is the day everything changes. There comes a moment in every man's life when he realizes something painful. He was taught how to provide, but never taught how to be appreciated. He was taught how to protect, but never taught who will protect him. He was taught to stay strong, but never taught where to place his weakness. Because the world only sees a man when he fails, never when he's fighting silently. No one notices the nights he stays awake, calculating bills. The mornings he pushes himself even when he's exhausted. The sacrifices he makes that no one ever thanks him for. People only notice when he breaks, but never the 1,000 times he held himself together. And sometimes a man doesn't walk away because he stopped loving. He walks away because he's tired. Tired of explaining himself. Tired of being misunderstood. Tired of being treated like his emotions don't exist. But listen carefully. A man no longer fights, no longer tries to prove his worth, because a man who feels unseen slowly becomes someone else. He becomes colder, quieter, more distant, and eventually he chooses peace over people. So if you're a man hearing this, remember something. You deserve respect, not just responsibility. You deserve appreciation, not just expectations. You deserve love that sees your effort, not love that demands more and gives less. And one day, you will meet someone who understands your silence, who values your strength, and who appreciates the man you are, not the man they want you to be. Until then, stand tall, heal, grow, and never forget your worth. There is a truth every man learns the hard way. You can give someone your heart, your loyalty, your time, your effort, and they will still say you're not doing enough. Not because you're lacking, but because some people cannot recognize value even when it's standing right in front of them. A man loves differently. When he cares, he commits. When he trusts, he protects. When he chooses someone, he chooses with his whole soul. But the world misunderstands that. They see a man's calm as coldness. They see his silence as distance. They see his seriousness as anger. They see his standards as ego. What they don't see is everything he's fighting inside. The doubts he never speaks about. The pressure he hides. The responsibilities he carries alone. The fear of failing the people he loves. A man may not cry in front of you, but that doesn't mean he doesn't hurt. He may not walk away quickly, but when he leaves, it's because he reached a point where staying hurts more than going. And here's something most people never understand. When a man shuts down emotionally, it's not sudden. It's the result of years of being unheard, unseen, and unappreciated. But listen, a man who rebuilds himself after being broken comes back wiser, stronger, and harder to mislead. He learns to choose peace over chaos, self-respect over attachment, and effort over excuses. And one day he realizes this. He was never hard to love. He was just giving his love to people who didn't know what to do with it. So to every man hearing this, don't shrink yourself. Don't silence your heart. Don't dim your value. You were built with purpose. You were made for greatness. And the right people will see your worth without you having to prove it.